Anyways, welcome back to the abandoned cockpit. And I haven't decided what. Oh, actually, shoot. Damn it. Well, I was going to talk about something that now I can't necessarily show to Dane if he's getting on with me because I sent out an invite. If he gets on, he gets on. If he dies, he dies. Um, yes. Uh, Trying out the new headset, new headphones. They seem to be working, hopefully. Otherwise, I just recorded the previous episode with zero audio. So we'll see if that works. But there's a new phenomenon in Mason City, and I guess they're all around, but they're called bin stores. They don't sell bins, but they've got these freaking little like enclosed tables with like they're tables you can't see that have like little risers sides on them, and it's just full of shit that comes from must be Amazon return pallets that they buy, or I don't know where they get all their stuff, but a couple different stores like that. And it's an interesting setup because they've got all this loose merchandise and it's just completely random stuff. There's some multiple things, like you might find the same thing throughout, because it's rows and rows of these tables that just have a bunch of junk in them. And I've found a few good things. I really have found a bunch of crappy things too. But the first day, everything, pretty much everything. I'm not gonna say everything, because some of the things they have are more expensive, bigger items that they price or auction off. But like most of the stuff that they'll put in the bins, first day, $7 for everything. Well, clearly there's some things there that are not worth $7. But the next day, same stuff from the day before that it wasn't sold, everything's $5. Goes down $3 the next day, $1 the day after that, and then finally it's just $15 to fill a bag, maybe $10 to fill a bag or something like that. They're pretty big bags, but you got cell phone cases and tapestry, and I bought some random jersey. Oh, there's a vampire outfit that I bought that doesn't fit. Sometimes I don't check out the stuff. This was Dollar Day, so I was just like, you know what? I'll buy a bunch of crap. This is a dog harness. It's too small for the dog. It was $1. I gambled. I lost. Big deal. But anyways, back to the headset. I got these there, $7, and I had been looking on like Amazon to buy like a studio headset for I think it was like 50 or $60. Like I didn't want to go insane because I do have a microphone that I can't find somewhere in this bookshelf that is very real behind me. Is that Clint Eastwood? That's kind of cool. Where's that? There we go. But let's see. Yes. Anyways, I found the headset. I'm like, I'll give it a try. And I think it's working out pretty good. I'm a sucker for a deal. I really am. And I've gotten a little bit better. I go there multiple times a week sometimes. And on dollar days, I cannot be stopped. Like I think I only bought 25 items last time, but it was just like, it's $1. Fuck it. Okay. Just I'll just take it. Whatever. But like I made a fantastic purchase. My first time ever there, I got some security cameras that ended up it was a really good buy. Like I saved like $200 on it. Freaking steal. And this, pretty happy about this. Definitely got some things that didn't work. Yep. This freaking solar powered lantern looked kind of neat. I was like, cool. I'll try it out. Got the solar power here. It's got a freaking power cord input here. And let's see, you turn it on and then it powers down. Like I've tried charging it up and maybe just nope, that's it. That's all you get out of it. So I don't know if I can replace a battery. Probably not worth it. It's nice though, because like sometimes you can look up on Amazon like how much does this item sell for, and you end up holding something. We bought baby clothes today, one set of baby clothes, the most retarded price I've ever seen in my life, because it said on it like retails $120, and I was like, what the hell, $120 for a onesie, a blanket, a hat, and some socks? $120, and I was like, that can't be real. So I went to Amazon and I looked it up. Yeah, and it was on there for $108, I think. I'm just like, I can get it for $20. Okay, why not? Why not? Let's see what is going on. Dane, he's trying to join, but anyways, yeah, I ended up buying that. Did I need it? Probably not. They're pretty soft. They're pretty cool. We'll see if it's a good buy. See if they fit. But yeah, I have a real problem with clearance. Like I'll buy stuff that I don't necessarily need, and I definitely have bought stuff that I don't even necessarily want, but I'm getting better. How are you, Dane? Can you hear me? We'll try that again. Ah, I'll keep talking while we're trying to get him in. But yeah, I just have a real hard time not buying stuff that's on clearance, because like if something's 75% off, come on, son. Like you can't pass that up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can hear me.
I can hear you.
Why can't I hear you?
Sounds like a personal problem.
It was. I'm just an idiot. So I can hear you now.
See, that's what happens when you take a month off. Like you forget how all the technical things work.
I plugged in my headset, just not quite far enough.
Plugged it into your butt, huh?
No,
No,
not at all.
no.
And I figured maybe it's just because none of my stuff was plugged in when I actually got in.
Could be.
Well, it wasn't. It was just my headset wasn't actually plugged in.
It was just your head. Got it. So I guess we can make this a short episode maybe, or just to continue on what I was talking about. But
I don't know what you were talking about.
I was talking about the bin store a little bit. I know I've kind of told you some of the stuff that I found there. Some of the stuff I found is really awesome. Some of it's really stupid.
Can I interrupt you?
Sure.
Where are you?
I'm at the neighbor's house.
Oh, okay.
No, this is just my background. Like
I know. I'm just kidding. When I did see you at first, though, I was like, what room is that?
Yeah, I don't have the basement set up yet. So what I was talking about was
did you hear that?
I did. Was it a ghost? Or was it a mouse?
No. Yeah, I'll let you get to that in a second. But before you judge me for how full this glass is, I just have to ask, do you ever think that the bottle is almost empty and then you pour it until the glass is full and the bottle's still not empty?
In regards to liquor, no, but I don't really drink liquor, so
I thought it was gonna be gone. I still have a little bit left.
I feel like I've done that with hot sauce, maybe, or soy sauce, which really sucks.
To be fair, I probably would have drank all of it by the end of the night anyways, but
I'm not talking with a lisp, am I?
I don't know. I don't listen to you.
Okay. Can you hear me though? How's the quality of the new headset?
Oh, you're speaking out of it too. I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I got that keeps getting in the way of my drink.
Yeah, no, I have a microphone. So when you said the quality of the headset, how does the quality of my headset sound? It just sounded really stupid to me for a second.
Yeah, no, this is this is the headset that I bought from the bin store, because I was gonna buy like a nicer one on Amazon, and then I was like, well, let's just give this a try.
Anyways, my name's Dane, for anybody who doesn't know.
Doesn't know, doesn't remember, doesn't care. Just kidding. We all
probably
care.
One of the three.
One of the three.
Yep. I've just been working my life away.
Yeah. I actually touched on that in the previous episode.
Did you tell everybody where I work?
Yep, and the hours that you work. Actually, I think I did say the hours by accident. I was explaining why we
Thanks.
weren't talking, so our schedules didn't work out so good.
Thanks, Bjorn.
I haven't posted it. I could bleep it.
Yeah, no, I don't care. Basically all the time. Basically 100%. Even when I'm home, I'm working.
Okay. Well, I basically said you work early and I work late, and it just doesn't really make for a good time to talk.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah. And then when I do get a day off, I have to like kill 30 chickens.
27.
27. We already killed 3 of them.
Yeah. By starvation? No. Fox? Raccoon? Just fright?
Hexy got one of them.
Really? Good for that.
Oh, dude,
dog.
it was sad. So when we first got them, they were in a dog kennel. On our porch.
They were very small baby chickens.
They were babies. And the kids have little buckets. And I was like, okay, well, go grab like 3 of them at a time. Grab them out of the kennel because we took the top half off. It's for like a big dog, they like bolt in on the sides. And so I took the top half off, and they were just grabbing them, putting them in the buckets and carrying them around. And I come around the corner, and Harper's standing up on the porch, she's in tears. She's crying, she's freaking out. And she's like, I lost one. And I look over, and my dog has got it in her mouth 2 feet away from Harper. And I was like, oh shit, what now? And I go up there and I don't know, I get it out of Hex's mouth. She's super old, so you gotta be really careful with her too, so it was just a whole thing. And then Harper saw that Hexy was eating it, and she started freaking out a little bit. And then I was like, oh, baby, we got them to kill them to feed us.
Hex,
you know what I mean?
Just partaking now.
And she's just eating it early. And I did kind of say that too, and before we even got them, I was like, no, they're not pets. Like,
food.
I want you guys to take care of them, like them, stuff like that. But we are going to kill them to feed us, and I have to. I can't lie to my 4-year-old for her to come out 2 months later and see me and Dylan chopping off heads.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be cool.
I'm going to insert the video that I scared Thor right now.
How dare you?
But yeah, and then 2 of them were just a little more scrawny, and when they're cold at night, they all trample into each other. So 2 of them just died of that, but we got a lot of meat out of it,
which I am yet to collect because I don't know how much meat that is.
It's in my freezer. It's downstairs.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can fit it in our freezer. We have to buy an oven to cook all the pizzas that we have that you gave us before.
we ended up giving Dylan the other pizzas. So we had room for the chickens.
That's good.
Anyways, I know that you actually had something to talk about, and I'm just talking about shit that
I really don't. I was just babbling on until you were getting on, because I saw that you were going to join. Did I tell you about those rabbits that got eaten?
No.
That's something that really kind of just messed me up a little bit whenever I heard about it. It was Derek's sister, Derek Werner.
Oh, okay. I know her. I know his sister.
Yeah, and
I bought my freezer from his sister.
Oh, well, she sends me Snapchats sometimes or whatever. And this one, it was in regards to her dog that ate a bunch of bunnies, baby bunnies.
My dogs have done that.
And like, I don't remember the exact conversation, but basically he just like swallowed them whole.
Ugh.
Yeah. And it was just kind of like, I don't know why, like, but it just kind of bothered me thinking about like either from the dog's perspective of having like that living animal in your stomach kicking around, like trying to get out, and also from the bunny's perspective, it was just like, that's like just fucking awful. Like, I don't know. It was not very pleasant thoughts for a little while. I've gotten over it, but it was kind of gross to think about for a minute.
That is kind of gross.
Yeah.
I remember 2 stories really quick about dogs eating bunnies. We were in Texas having a garage sale at our parents' house, at Jesse's parents' house. And our husky all of a sudden is running around the fucking yard with multiple bunnies in her mouth.
Yeah, poor rabbits.
Yeah, they were all dead. But here, Marshall's gotten them, and Thor, like, you don't really have to. You know how some dogs, if you want them to stop doing something, you have to like beat them to stop.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I beat my dogs. I'm just saying there's dogs where if you wanted them to stop doing something, you would have to beat them because they don't listen to you, especially if they get on like blood or something like that.
Yeah,
something they
it's
really
not even
want.
so much like to beat them to hurt them. It's more like snap out of it, like
Mhm.
wake up.
Mhm. And with Marshall, it's just kind of like he can be chasing deer, and you're just like yell his name, and he just stops and comes back. But if Thor like ran up and he kind of slapped Marshall, and he saved this bunny, and I was mowing, and he comes up to me, and the poor thing's like draping over his hand. It's like, Dad, I saved it from Marshall, and it was kind of bleeding. And he went and was like, "Oh shit," I grabbed Marshall and I put him in the house, and Thor went to the fire pit and put the bunny in the fire pit because he's like, there's a wall. Marshall's not going to be able to get him because there's wood and then a wall covering him. And then we had a fire like 2 nights later, and I checked, and the bunny was gone. So at least lived long enough to get out of the fire pit.
Oh, that's good. Okay. I wasn't sure where that story was going with the fire pit. So
No, I didn't light it on fire.
have you ever heard like a screaming rabbit?
Oh yeah.
It's awful.
It is
like,
awful.
And I don't know that I've actually heard an actual screaming rabbit, but like coyote calls or like predator like sounds that you play, or like, they make like mouth like things that you can blow that sound like a rabbit in distress.
You've never been up at the farm sitting outside and hearing them?
I probably have. I'm more familiar with the electronic or the fake sounds of the screaming that you're trying to get, call the coyotes in to kill them. But yeah, I guess I probably have heard it happen up north. But it's too bad Luke's not here, because I know he loves talking about the brutality of nature. Like,
it is brutal.
Animals are just, I mean, I know humans are pretty fucked too, but animals are just, almost all animals are brutal to some degree.
Yeah. I used to feel bad for rabbits or bunnies when my dog would get them, but after this last summer, when they were eating my garden, I'm cheering my dog on now. Like,
he's doing
every single one that
doing what he's supposed to do. He's trying to protect the family.
You want to hear another rabbit story?
Sure.
I got a few. We're standing in the kitchen, and Jess is like, Dane, there was a giant raccoon like towards the back end of my property. I mean, it had to have been that big, not including the tail. It was huge. It was probably the biggest raccoon I've ever seen. She's like, go get your gun. Go out and kill it. But I had to run upstairs and grab my AR, and then I ran downstairs. And by the time I got outside, it was gone. But I saw rabbits in my garden, so I shot one, and it kind of like popped up, and it kind of like hopped into the trees. And I was like, I know I didn't kill it, but I feel bad. Like, I don't want I don't want to just hurt it, not kill it, So I go over and I find it. It's just sitting right on the edge of the trees. And like, shit, well, now I have to shoot it again to actually kill it. So it's not just suffering. And I'm kind of embarrassed just because of how bad I was shooting that day. But I shot it again. And all I did was shoot off the ear.
Wow.
And at this point, I'm just like, just die. I don't want to hurt you. Just die. And then I made sure I killed it. But like, it was eating all our food. All of it. We bought a fence and we're fairly new at gardening, and the fence is pretty small, but the rabbits can still fit into it. So then we had to buy, I think we bought deer
Mosquito
fence.
netting.
Basically, but deer fence and like folded it in half and then like zip tied it all the way around. It was a pain, but after that, nothing got into it.
That's good.
Yep. So
now I think I told you about whistling up a rabbit. Have you heard of that?
whistling up a rabbit.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Apparently, and I've tried this once and it seemed to work. But if you're hunting rabbits, or if you see a rabbit and the rabbit starts running, if you whistle, the rabbit will stop, perk up its ears.
I can't whistle.
Well, that's
I'm probably 1% of the entire adult population that cannot whistle.
I bet that's more than that. But yeah, apparently if you whistle, you can get a rabbit to stop and then take a shot.
You want to know how every
That might
adult
be
in
a
my
myth,
life
but
failed?
it seemed to work that one time I tried it.
You want to know how every adult in my life failed?
How every adult in your life failed?
Yeah, they failed me. Because I would ask them to teach me how to whistle. And you know what they told me?
You put your lips together and blow?
No, they told me when you get older, you'll just know how to.
Well, it's
Nobody ever taught me how to
like
whistle. They just
public
said you'll
education
just
system.
figure it out. No, it's like our parents and their friends. They're
No, I
just
know,
like,
but I'm
oh,
just
when you
saying,
get
like,
older, you'll figure it out.
I'm just saying it sounds like public education system failed you.
Yeah. Yeah, they did that too. But you know what else gets rabbits to stop?
300 blackout?
Yes. 100%. Because a different day I went outside and there's rabbits and I shot one and then 3 other ones just stopped. They didn't move. They were just sitting targets the entire time. I don't like killing them. I don't enjoy it. It's just something that needs to be done when they're eating your food.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the advice I wanted to get. If you're going to grow a garden and like have a healthy garden, it's going to take you like 3 or 4 years to figure it out.
Probably.
So if you're worried about the world collapsing and you're like, oh, I'll just grow a garden, it's going to take you a minute. And by a minute, I mean years. It's going to take you a few years to like not even perfect it, just to get okay with it.
Yeah, because you're probably not going to, you're obviously not going to be able to grow enough food to live on.
No, I don't know if you ever would be able to.
I saw an interesting map, like of a homestead, and it showed, it like plotted out how big you would need it to be able to live off of, like for a family of 4 or something like that.
How big was it?
I just have to find the photo and show. I think it was even a drawing, so I don't know if it showed like this much for livestock and like you needed this much for grain and this much for, I don't know. It was an interesting little clip. It was probably from the Superfoods or the Lost Ways or whatever it was. I think I follow them on Facebook. I don't think it was like a scientific study or anything like that, but it was just kind of representing that the typical backyard garden is not going to feed you for like the whole year, obviously.
No, not at all. Can I complain about preppers really quick?
Okay.
You want to do that, or do you?
Should we? I'm not sure how we're splitting up the episodes or whatever. So
Since I've been on, it's been
we're
one,
just
right?
running. Yeah.
Huh?
Has it been one episode? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If you were going to go on to a tangent of talking about preppers, so I didn't know if you wanted that to be a separate thing.
That can be a separate thing.
Okay. On to the next episode. Click subscribe and like, as Thor would say. And we'll see you in the next
Thor kills it.
episode. We'll talk about prepping.
Talking about Thor. Don't get off yet. Oh, you know, probably, but he got second place in the chili cook-off today.
I know. And my chili was really good. However, I didn't name it, so nobody voted for it. And it wasn't warm because I didn't have it heated before I brought it. So it was cold gazpacho chili.
Jess was like cooking it all day. She unplugged it here. We put it in the SUV, drove it, and then plugged it back in.
See, I
And
cooked
she
it
also
yesterday.
named it. She also named it the best chili.
See, I thought that was Thor's call. It was a good idea.
Oh, it might have been. I don't know.
Hmm.
I wasn't here today. I worked.
I can't remember if I
So-
tried it or not. I tried like 6 different chilies. So
When I got there to eat, our chili was almost gone.
oh wow.
So I was like, I think that's gonna win, because I looked around and everybody was like 75% of the way full, if not more. And ours was, it had like that much left in the crock pot. So I was like, I wish he would have won, but he got second. He was
Yeah.
excited about that. I
That
told him to go
Steven
up to
guy.
Yeah, I told him to go up to Steven and be like, I'll get you next time. And he did. And Steven said, no, you won't. Anyways, like Bjorn said, like and subscribe, because we might be here once a month.
Nope. I already said that we're going to crank it out more. Whether it's just me on my own or you guys together, you and Luke cranking it out. We need to start pumping out content, even if it's baloney.
No, I'm down to do that.
Good. All right. So I guess we'll just start the next episode now.